Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2004 cult classic film Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. So this has all of our original cast back. Sarah Michelle Gellar, Freddie Prinze Jr. We have Linda Cavalieri, I can never say her name. Matt Lillard is back as Shaggy. Seth Green is introduced as a character in this. Alicia Silverstone is introduced as a character in this as well. She's a reporter. So it's fun having her play reporter who's actually the villain, who's actually not the villain, because it's actually another guy within a mask of her, who's in a mask of this villain, wreaking terror on Coolsville. So the first film is very much Spooky Island based, right? Island thing. They filmed in Queensland, Australia, like very beachy, right? Beach vibes. This is very urban vibes, very city vibes. So it's just havoc amongst Coolsville and what happens. So there's this new villain in town, right? And they are stealing all of the old costumes, which are gorgeous costumes, and I need to know where they exist, like within a museum. But Seth Green's character is a curator of this, the Coulsonium, which is a museum in Coolsville. He has all of the old Scooby-Doo villain costumes on display. You got Blackbeard, you have Redbeard, excuse me. You have the Black Knight, you have the Cotton Candy Ghost, you have the Pterodactyl Ghost, you have the 10,000 Volt Ghost, the Tar Monster. You got a bunch of different costumes, right? And so this villain is stealing the costumes using this randomonium technology, randomonium, the element, mixing it with some tech in a control panel and a secret layer, of course, to make the monsters real. So the monsters are now wreaking chaos, wreaking havoc on Coolsville. And so what happens next, right? What happens? How do you defeat these monsters? So the gang are ostracized out of Coolsville because of reporting and such, and so they go back to their old treehouse, relive the glory days in nice little flashbacks, and then figure out a way to reverse the randomonium, to then reverse the monsterification, to get the costumes back to costumes and the monsters out of the monsters, right? Does that make sense? Sure. So it's an hour and a half long adventure of trying to get these monsters to not be monsters, get them back to costumes. Eventually the randomonium is reversed. The heroes are, once again, the Scooby-Doo gang, Mystery Incorporated. A lot of car chases with the Mystery Machine. I thought that was neat. I love the aesthetic of the Scooby-Doo films. I love the monsters. I love the not all monsters do monstrous things mantra. I love that sometimes the ghosts can be real. Sometimes they are, majority of the time, they're just humans. Humans are the real monsters. So it's neat having the mask within the mask within the mask at the end. I thought that was a nice twist, having a partner of the cameraman as well. But yeah, it's just a fun film. It didn't do well in theaters at all. It was panned by critics. It's not as exciting as the first one, to be completely honest. I just love the hangout that they have. I love the way that they all interact with each other. It's just a good group. It's a really good group of individuals working together. You could tell that they have fun making. They had fun making these films. I remember when this came out. I saw it in theaters back in 2004, 18 years ago, long time ago. But Scooby-Doo, man, it's just such, it always brings a smile on your face when you watch a Scooby-Doo film or or movie. Well, a film is a movie, a TV show, anything of that nature, and you relive these memories, right? Scooby-Doo's been around since 1969. That is a long time, over 50 years. And so what happens in the different generations of Scooby-Doo fans? Everybody has I remember watching it this with that person, and I remember at this birthday party and that sleepover, but from different generations. Scooby-Doo is a multi-generational fandom, and it's really cool knowing that. It's nice seeing the different pop culture references still, memes galore. It's nice seeing how it has transcended the different decades into the new millennium. Scooby-Doo is always going to be important. That's why every year there's always a new Scooby-Doo movie. It's always going to it's going to keep happening. Scooby-Doo is timeless. It's never going to stop. I can't wait for the 100th anniversary. It's going to be great. Yeah, so that concludes our Scooby-Doo marathon for now. We'll jump back in probably next year. There's a lot of movies to talk about, a lot. But we did six Scooby-Doo films. We did 4 cartoons and 2 live actions. We're good for now. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.